Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Coriander and Killian, here we go. We're talking top tens. This is going to be a good one tonight. How you guys doing?
Yeah, well,
Good,
good.
good.
All right, man. Ready to rock on this. So we're going to be talking about the top 10 iconic horror villains ever. All right. So you guys know how we usually do this. It'll be a round robin situation. Killian, you'll go first, and then Coriander, and then me. Real quick, just to see who we have in the chat and catch up with these guys. Let's see. Q-Win says, John Carpenter's The Thing. My list is very controversial, so I want to pledge that no one will kill me. All right. Slasher Fred's in the chat saying, if you watch the original Thing from 51, the antagonist looks like a Frankenstein monster. Yes. Oh, yeah. Let's see what else we got going on in the chat. You guys are talking to each other a little bit here. Let's see. We've got Trenchy. Trenchy's in the chat saying, hey, what's up?
Hey.
What's up, Trenchy?
Hey.
Nice to see you, man.
Yeah.
We got Strange Monkey Reviews is in the
Hello.
chat saying hello again.
Hello.
What's going on? And by the way, and I didn't forget, but Strange Monkey, definitely congratulations on your nomination for being Horror Tuber of the Month. Well deserved.
Yeah,
Cool.
Long time
definitely.
coming. Long time coming. Let's see. Trenchy says, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, The Goblins from Troll 2, and Chop Top for the win.
Oh,
Yes. We got Drake. Drake said, what's going on again, Knight? What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? Oh, look at this. We got Corey in the chat, too. We got two. By the way, Corey, and I'll say this. Obviously, I said it to you before, but congratulations on your nomination. Second nomination for Horror Tuber of the Month. Of course, we nominated you before. So this is going to be an interesting
All
contest this time. You guys and Nate and I think it's Kasha. I haven't checked out that channel yet, but I will. Let's see. Slasher Fred says, Rhonda Penmark from The Bad Seed. She may have been the very first horror movie child antagonist. That's a good point. Very good point. Yeah. Let's see. Strange Monkey says, I was not aware of this at all, but thank you. You weren't aware? Wow. Well, this is news.
Congratulations.
Dude, you've been nominated, man. Check out. That's so funny. Check out Neon Reviews, Neon Black Reviews. That's too funny, man. All right, guys. So we're going to get ready to do this thing. That's hilarious. That caught me off guard. Q-Win says, Sutter Kane from the Mouth of Madness, come at me, bro.
Nice.
Sutter Kane was good. Sutter
Yeah.
Kane was good, man. All right, so we're going to get going. We'll be back with you guys in the chat, but we're going to start off with our number 10 pick. And Kill, you know what's up. Let's start with your number 10, man.
Okay, so real quick, my demographic for this is the villain's
I love how you
intelligence
started off.
or just killing machine ability. Like just if you cross their path, they will kill your ass. So
Okay.
my first one, this person leans more on the intelligence side. And I love all these characters, but something has to go in the 10 spot. And my 10 spot is Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, man.
So look,
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins did amazing with this role, and we all know Hannibal Lecter is probably one of the most intelligent horror villains ever.
Yes.
He can manipulate you, he can get under your skin, he can just get in your head, literally and figuratively, and then he'll eat your head. And I mean, now on the physicality part, he may not be the most physical villain, but he makes up more than ever with his intelligence. So my number 10 is the great Hannibal Lecter.
All right. And in the chat, Drake was saying, Isaac, Children of the Corn, even though he sounds like Air Supply. Slasher Fred says, number 10, The Birds from the 1963 horror classic, It's Nature versus Humans. Good point. Good point. I like it. Okay, Coriander, what do we have for your number 10?
So I have Candyman.
Yes,
Yeah,
you do.
yeah, he like not too many villains like creep me out, but Candyman did. So yeah, that's why he is where he is.
All right.
Good choice.
Yeah, very good choice. Let's see. In the chat, I'm gonna try to keep up with these guys. Trenchy says Hannibal is great. He has a way with words for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Kewen says, okay, Killian, you must want to step outside. Night of the Creeps. Nice. All right, man. So for my number 10, now I want to go over this again so people that are watching can understand this. This is our list of what we feel are the iconic horror villains. It's not a question of, it's just not a question of how many people that they killed or how powerful they are or how indestructible they are, just characters that we feel are the iconic ones. So for my number 10, I had to have this in my list, and I was really trying to struggle to see where I was going to put it. The only reason I have it at number 10 is because there hasn't been, you know, a movie with this character in a little while. So it's kind of worn off a little bit. But when I was a kid, and Kel, I'm gonna ask you this: when we were kids, we'd be hanging out with our cousins and stuff. There was one name, one horror movie character that if you said his name, we get a little creeped out at. So my number 10 is the great Dracula. And look,
Yep.
right? When we were kids, right? Like if we said Dracula, like it was over. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
over. And obviously, he's Dracula's been played by so many actors over all of these years. Bela Lugosi, most famously, and of course, and I know Coriander, I know Monty G, Sean Urshan, those guys, obviously, and myself too. Definitely, you got to talk about the late great Christopher Lee, who was wonderful in his many renditions of Dracula as well. But I had to have Dracula on the list. There's no lying. There's no
Yep.
lying here. Dracula has to be on the list. So that's my number 10. Come at me.
Nice.
All right.
Oh,
We're
that's a
going to head
great
to
pick.
number 9. It is a great pick, man. I mean, when we
Yeah.
were kids, man. All right. In the chat, Slasher Fred says, cool. All right. There we go. Trenchy says, Candyman is awesome. Love that he only goes after Helen because she's trying to learn about him and spread knowledge of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fred says, do you consider Dr. Frankenstein to be a horror antagonist? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Drake says, Bela Lugosi is the best. He was really good, man. He really was.
Mm-hmm.
Fred says, many people have misquoted Dracula's line, I want to suck your blood. Drake says, Christopher Lee did good too. He sure did, man.
Yeah.
He really did. Trenchy says Dracula is great. The original Lugosi is in my top 10 favorite films of all time. There you
Nice.
go. Yeah. Let's see. Qwin says Herbert West. Yeah. Can't deny that. Can't
Right.
deny it. And we got Project Girl Bosses in the chat saying to Qwin saying the thing, I am low key giving you the side eye. And Corey is saying Leslie Nielsen was the best Dracula. I don't know about that, Corey. All right, so Kill, let's go to number 9. What do we got?
Okay, so my number 9, whether this person was the villain or if he was manipulated or if people made him think he was crazy, he's on my list. My number 9 is Norman Bates.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that look right there just says it all.
Yes.
That's like my favorite image of Norman
Yeah.
Bates because it says it all right
Absolutely.
there.
Yeah, it does.
And look, these movies were amazing. We recently did a little retrospective on the entire franchise,
Mhm.
and the way Norman is portrayed and by Anthony
Perkins.
Yeah, Anthony Perkins is amazing because you feel sorry for him in one respect, but then in another respect, you're like, well, he did kill people, whether it was the mother persona, you know, and the fact that in these movies, at least, you know, 2, 3, and 4, he is still a pimp, and Norman gets the most beautiful women in the movies to somehow either fall in love with him or like him or feel sorry for him. And just watch out, because you might die, you know, because mom gets jealous. But Norman Bates is an icon. Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock. I would be remiss if I didn't have Norman Bates on my list. So, yeah.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And Drake says, Captain Blake from The Fog. Nice. Nice. That's a good one, man. I like that. You guys are thinking outside the box. I love it. Corey says, imagine playing a character so well you define a century. Yes. Good point, man. Excellent. I love that comment. That's great. Trenchy saying Norman is the best. Yeah, man. Anthony Perkins, man. When we went through the whole franchise, all 4 movies, I gotta admit, that was a very fun series to revisit and to talk about and review. I loved it. One of my saddest things about losing the old channel is that we had lost those episodes, but we're gonna redo those. We're gonna redo those. Fred says Godzilla, although he's portrayed as a good guy in many of the Godzilla versus movies, but in the 54 original, he is a destructive creature. Yes. Yes. John Steele's in the chat. What's up, man? How you doing? Saying the most evil villains exist in society outside of a watched screen. Steelisms. Right. QN says Leatherface. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Good call. And we got Kelly in the chat saying, hey, everyone, Anthony, you want to give him the benefit of the doubt till you see who he really is. Psycho. Yes. Yeah. Good point. Good point. Let's see. All right. So, Coriander, let's go to your number 9. What do you got?
So I have Jack Torrance.
Yes. Yeah, you do.
Yeah. And I enjoyed seeing him, you know, go, you know, just turn crazy and psychotic and try to kill his family. So, yeah, he had to be here.
Absolutely. And I'll just jump in because my number 9 also is Jack Torrance from The Shining, played by Jack Nicholson. Look, man, and anybody who watches this channel knows I'm a big fan of this movie. I think Jack Nicholson's portrayal was magnificent. He had to be on my list. And by the way, to say this to you guys watching in the chat or the replay, it was difficult to really put these characters in a certain order because, again, there were so many things that you're taking into account. But Jack Torrance as a character, just an amazing character, very creepy. I mean, he's got obviously tons of issues going on once he's at the Overlook. I mean, or I should say they're magnified, but he had to be on my list. So that's also my number 9. And by the way, guys, we did these lists apart from each other. We did not know who the other picked. So always remember that when we do our top 10s, we do them separately, and then we come together on live to give you guys our picks. Let's see. Qwin says, good one, Corey. Yes, here's Johnny. And Nessa says, Jack Nicholson makes a great villain, right? I mean, he was so good in that movie. Yeah. He really was. Oh, man. Let's see. We got Biffers in the chat saying, hey, gang, what's up, man? How you doing? Nice to have you. Nice to have you. Let us know who your picks are, man. Trenchy says, I feel like the evil of the hotel is like alcohol. It brought out the evil that was in Jack all along, hiding under the surface.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alcohol's bad shit.
I agree. I agree with you. Let's see. Slasher Fred says, the truck from the 1971 TV movie Duel. Duel was awesome. That's a good one, Slasher Fred. I like that. All right. So let's move to our number 8. And Kill, let me know what you got for your number 8 spot, man.
Okay, so once again, you know, I had to go classic monsters, and just like Night, there's no lying here, and I don't care who is portraying this character. This character is iconic. It is Dracula.
Yeah,
and, you know, and look, it doesn't matter if it's Lugosi. You know, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Christopher Lee, You know, as long as it's not like Twilight or anything like that. You know, look, Dracula has to be on the list because
yes,
I
it
mean,
does.
Dracula is classic. Dracula is the seduction in the darkness. Dracula
Yeah.
is the fear in men's souls. You know, it's that alluring woman or man or just that mist that you're like, oh, I want to follow that, and then you get got. You know, it's the evil that you invite into your home and then it bites
Yes.
you on your neck.
Yes.
So Dracula has to be on the list.
Nice. Good choice, man. You know I love that. When we were kids, man, I mean for real, man. And I am not exaggerating, but when we were of that age, man, just saying the name Dracula, it brought forth those images of horror and it really hit home, especially back then. They really I would love to see them do a modern a movie today, and really do it right and really pay respect to this character because he's still such a fantastic character.
Yep.
We got Mr. Dan in the chat saying, "What's up, folks? How's it
Hey.
going, man? Nice to see you." Sasha Fred says, "The zombies from the Romero series." Yes,
Nice.
good call. Good call. Let's see. Q-Win says, "That was my number 8, Twilight." You've officially been kicked out. Okay. All right. So Twilight. Coriander, what do you have for your next pick?
So I have Annie Wilkes.
Yeah, you
Yes.
do.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, you look at this woman and you think, wow, this looks like a real nice lady, but no, she's like crazy. And to be able to do what she does to this, writer, what's his name? Who played the character's name?
Oh,
Can you tell
James
me?
Caan. James Caan.
Yeah.
I forget
Yeah.
the
Paul
character's
Sheldon.
name.
Paul Sheldon.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, this poor guy, yes, this scene right here, to be able to do this to someone and
Mhm.
have, not react to it in any sort of way, but thinking it's a normal thing to do is just, yeah.
Yeah.
She's just badass, and I had to have her up here. So,
Well, and also after she did it, she holds the mallet kind of towards her and says, "I love you." And I was like, wow.
yeah.
Kathy
She's fucking
Bates
crazy,
knocked
man.
it out of the park.
She
Kathy
did.
Bates knocked it out of the park for that character.
Yeah,
She
man.
was fantastic as Annie Wilkes. The
Mhm.
movie was fantastic and she was fantastic. Great pick. Excellent pick. Okay, so
Mhm.
that's your number 8. Let's see. Drake says, "Candyman, be my victim." Right? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Q-Win said, "Killian, hear brother out first." Talking about Twilight. Slasher Fred said, "The demon on the airplane wing from the remake of Nightmare at 20,000 Feet in Twilight Zone, the movie."
There you
Yeah,
go.
that was a good
Yeah.
one. Nice.
Right?
Kelly says, "She was crazy and its number one fan. We all show our love
Yeah.
differently."
Ooh. Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Trenchy is saying, "Annie had the scariest mood switches. Kathy Bates is amazing." Absolutely. I agree. There's no doubt about that. All right. So for my number 8, and again, some of this stuff could change tomorrow, but I had to have this character on my list, and it kind of echoes what's already been said. But my number 8 is Candyman, played by the
Nice.
great Tony
Yeah.
Todd. I'm really
His
interested.
voice, man.
Yeah,
It gets me. That's what really creeped me out. And
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. I mean, he was
yeah,
just it when I first saw this movie, it was just like, wow, you didn't know what to expect. It was done in a very, very awesome and imaginative way. And his performance, his voice, the way he talked, he was very suave, but very horrific, all in one. And I just thought that it was a great character. I'm so glad that the movie's going to be coming out. I pray to God that it's good because I think this character should have more movies. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's my number 8, Candyman, played by Tony Todd. All right. Number 7, and before we do that, Kill, let me just catch up with the chat here. Let's see. Slasher Fred said, Esther Coleman, alias Lena Clammer from Orphan. Can't wait for the sequel. Yeah, man, it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see how they do it. I am very, very eager to see it as well. Drake said, "Yes, you do, Knight." Gotta have Candyman in there, man. All right. Okay, so let's move to number 7, Kill. What do we got?
So this character is iconic. And any character that can change the way people perceive certain creatures or perceive certain vacation places, you deserve to be on my list. And all villains aren't ghouls, ghosts, or human. So my number 7 is Jaws. Okay? So look,
Nice.
I know Jaws is a shark, but Jaws has changed the people's perceptions of great white sharks, where they started to be hunted even more after this movie. It caused beachgoers to think twice about going to beaches or getting into the water. It is officially the first summer blockbuster.
Yes.
And let's not bullshit here. Even though we know that animatronic barely worked, it barely worked.
Yes.
And you barely, and Knight, you said this on one other talk when we were like talking about Jaws, you barely see the shark.
That's right.
Your mind fills in the rest. Jaws is badass, all right?
Yeah,
So
you're
look,
awesome for picking that. I didn't even think of that. Shit.
yeah.
You called me off
Jaws.
with it too, man.
I know.
Good.
Look,
you.
my list. I got some off the wall stuff on my list, but I'm sitting here and I'm thinking that movie. I mean, seriously, everybody, look into your heart. That movie scared the shit out of me when I was younger.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and I don't even swim that much. Okay, so Jaws, Bruce, Jaws, you're an icon.
Yes,
You are the
Bruce.
first summer blockbuster, and I salute you.
Nice.
Nice.
And Drake agrees with you. He says, "Nice, Killian." Trenchy is saying, Candyman's backstory is very sympathetic. He's a victim of pure petty hatred and cruelty. I think that makes him even more interesting as a character. Absolutely.
Right.
I agree. And Qin agrees with that agrees with that too. I think his backstory.
I wish there was like a great native villain out there, honestly. Someone that like I could look up to.
Yeah, that'd be a cool thing to maybe one day. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No.
I agree. Trenchy says we're going to need a bigger list. That's funny. Let's see. Biffer says my top 3 horror villains: J.K. Simmons from Whiplash.
Ooh, good one.
Kevin Bacon as the prison guard from Sleepers, and Darth Vader. Luke, I'm your father.
Okay, that
such a great movie.
Yeah, that Kevin Bacon one, I totally agree with you on that one. Yeah.
He was, he was, piece of shit.
Yeah.
All right. So oh, that's right, Coriander, you got to do your number 7.
Well, you can skip. That's okay.
No.
No, so I have Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Let's be real. Come on.
Yeah, and I just love how, there's the scene where he's cooking brain and feeding, what's his name?
Paul Krindler.
Come on.
Played by Ray Liotta.
Yes. And feeding him his brain and enjoying it. And like Killian said, he's so smart. And he had to be on my list too. So,
fun fact too, in that scene that was in Hannibal, I actually saw 2 people have to leave the theater because they were so grossed out with that scene. This one lady actually started to like convulse and drive heave. Like people were actually worried that she was having a heart attack. Yeah, she just couldn't take it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the first time I'd ever seen that in the theater.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see real quick in the chat to catch up with these guys. All right, yeah, we're caught up. Okay, like for number 7. So again, this is a character that had to be on my list. I was, again, it's tough to where you put these characters, but this is a great character who was played by a great actor. And again, what more can you say? He's one of the OGs. I had to have him on the list. Norman Bates at number 7. And look, I'm not gonna gush too much, but seriously, this was such an interesting character, and especially as the series went on, you just saw so many sides to this character, and Anthony Perkins played him wonderfully through the 4 films. And seriously, the movies were good, but the character is the glue was his character, and just one of the best of all time. He had to be on my list. And even thinking about it right now, I'm thinking to myself, I should have had it higher. Should have had him higher. But yeah, Norman Bates, especially when we were growing up. Again, another example. When you said Norman Bates growing up, that name held a lot of weight and put a little fear in you, So had to have him on my list. So that's my number 7, Norman Bates. All right. Let's see. Before we get to number 6, Kill, let's see what we got going on in the chat. Slasher Fred said, Raymond Burr's character from Rear Window, he cuts off the parts of his wife's body off screen. Yes, that's a good point. Very good point. Yep. Q1 says, Henry, enough said. Diary of a Serial Killer. Enough said. Yes.
Yep. That's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Really good one. Trenchy says, who didn't want to see Ray Liotta eat his own brain? Wish they could have done that again in the B movie. Trenchy.
Oh, man.
Slasher Fred says, I read that Psycho was the first film to show a toilet on screen. I read that too. Yeah, I read that too.
How dirty.
That was taboo back then. Strange Monkey says, Norman Bates is dangerous, but misunderstood. Yes.
Yeah.
And Drake says, he just loves his mama. Yep.
Yeah, a little too much.
Absolutely. All right, Kill. So what do we have for your number 6?
So for my number 6, I also have Jack Torrance.
Yeah, boy.
And I mean, this character is an amazing character, but Jack Nicholson just lends so much to this character with his mannerisms, with his cadence, his facial expressions, and just how over the course of watching this movie, you see him de-evolve into an insanity and go from loving-ish father to a homicidal maniac trying to kill his family. And it's a beautiful portrayal, and he is definitely a villain.
Yes.
And an amazing one at that. So Jack Torrance.
Absolutely. Slasher Fred says Willard from Willard in 1971. All right. Yeah, I haven't seen that one in a long time. That was a good movie though. Q1 says too much in the wrong way. All right, Coriander, what do we have for your number 6?
So I have Pennywise.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tim Curry. Yeah, as my Pennywise. Because I thought, clowns don't scare me at all. But Pennywise, I mean, this was one clown that was like, wow, this is one scary motherfucker. Yeah, love him. Wrong. Yeah, shit. Not the right one. Not the right one.
All right. Let's see. Q1 says, number 6, Sutter Kane, he ended the world by reading. Right? Drake is saying, the miner from My Bloody Valentine. Oh, nice. Harry Warden. Yeah, man, we just did an episode on My Bloody Valentine. Yeah, man, that's a good pick. It was a good movie, and I love the way he was portrayed.
Yep.
Let's see, what else we got? Sasha Fred says, Christine from Christine, 1983. Even though she begins to murder the gang who harasses Arnie, she also tries to murder his girlfriend because she sees him as a threat to their so-called relationship. Sees her as a threat. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, Christine was a good one. Q1 saying, Corey coming in with the red balloons.
You know it.
Trenchy says, Curry all the way. They all float down here.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Night, and I'm so shocked you picked that one. Because you know how much Tim Curry is my it
Well,
clown. So
well,
shame on you. That's all I have
well,
to say.
look, man, I had to also find the images too, man. So.
I'm just
All
giving you
right,
shit.
I know. All right, so for my number 6, again, this was it's just all interesting. There's only 2 spots in this whole list that I already knew who I was going to pick, and this is not one of them. But this character had to be on this list because I absolutely love the original movie that this character was in and all the other movies that appeared in. I had to have it. My number 6 is the Xenomorph.
Yeah, it
Nice.
is.
And look, man,
Shit.
look. You guys know in your heart of hearts how much we absolutely love Alien and Aliens and the other movies. We've talked about them. Can't wait to get back into those movies. But man, you want to talk about monsters and one of the greatest monster, effects of all time. You got to think about the
And
Xenomorph,
design.
the design.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
shout out and rest in peace to Giger. I mean, it's just an
Yeah, man.
amazing creation. So I had to have the Xenomorph
Nice.
on my list. Had
You
to.
guys are coming out with some damn good ones. Good for
Hey,
you guys.
you got some good ones too. It's funny because the 3 of us have picks that the other one doesn't. We went in some different directions, so it was actually pretty interesting. Slasher
Killer
Fred says
tomatoes. Yes.
Margaret White and the Killer Tomatoes.
Oh, that's funny shit.
Strange Monkey says, "Speak the truth, Knight." Laugh out loud. That's right, man. You know what's going on. All right. So let's get out of here. We're going to head to our number 5 pick. All right, Kill. Let's proceed with caution, brother.
Okay, so my number 5 once again leans on intelligent in a way because they can kind of warp your fears. So my number 5 is the great semi-comical Freddy Krueger.
Oh, the surprises have started.
So, Freddy had to be on here. But Freddy kind of sometimes plays with his food. That's why he's a little lower on my list, but he did crack my top 5.
Yeah,
But essentially my number 1 to my number 4, they are all just killing machines. Freddy, he plays with his food a little bit, but I love that poster. I love that poster,
I know
man.
you do, boy. That's why I put it on there.
You're all right.
Yeah,
But when Freddy is serious, like in that movie, he is a force to be reckoned with when he's not on the evil witch of the West's broomstick or in a comic book or playing a video game. Pure Freddy when he's just in the shadows and is scary.
Right.
That's a scary dude, and he is a horror icon. So my number 5 is the great Freddy Krueger.
He is. Good job, man. Let's see. Slasher Fred says the children from the village of the damned. All right, now you're talking. Triv says excellent choice, Kill. Nice. Let's see. Drake says the tall man from Phantasm. I love Angus
Good
Scrim.
one.
Rest in peace to Angus Scrim.
I don't even think of him either. Good one.
It's so many of them, though. And let me just say this, guys.
There is, honestly.
And let me just say this, and I probably should have said this a little bit earlier, but first of all, for all you guys that are in chat, please give this video a like. I've been really trying to stress that lately, but when you have 30 people watch your video, but only 8 people like it, it's like, wait a minute. Was it that bad or did people forget? So I just want to remind people, hopefully you guys like the video and will like it for us. But the other thing too, in the comment section, please feel free to let us know what your list is, because obviously you may not have a lot of room in the chat, and plus we won't be able to answer everyone's list. But in the comment section, let us know what's your top 10 or your top 5 or top 3 or number 1 pick, or what you think of our picks. And that will really help out the video and support the channel as well. Trenchy says Freddy is the man. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you gotta have Freddy in there. Sasha Fred says Chucky, alias Charles Lee Ray from Child's Play series. Can't wait for the TV show. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes. Yeah, absolutely. Q1 says, Killian, Pinhead all the way. You opened the box, we came. Yes. And we've got the movie Massacre in the house. What's up, man? Saying
Yay.
what's up.
Hey.
How you doing, man? New to the channel. Awesome dude. Awesome channel. I'm starting to check his stuff out. And very, very cool stuff. Thank you so much for coming by, buddy. I appreciate it. Slasher Fred says, The Collector from Demon Knight, the first Tales from the Crypt spinoff movie. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes, yes. Let's see. Movie Massacre. Jason for for all that blocking. Right? He was bad, wasn't he? All right. That's too funny. All right. So, Coriander, what do you have for your next pick? For your number 5 pick of all time?
So I have my girl behind you there, Carrie White.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I mean, she took out her senior class. She killed her mother. I mean, come on. She was dragged to hell. I mean, yeah. She's a good one. One of my favorite movies too. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it is.
Sissy Spacek, she knocked it out of the park, man. I mean, this character will always be iconic. It doesn't matter how many reboots or remakes that this movie has. Sissy Spacek will always be Carrie.
Carrie White, she certainly will. Yep.
Absolutely. Good choice. I was actually wondering where she would end up on your list too, because I know that Carrie is one of your most favorite movies ever. So very cool. Very cool. Let's see. Trip says Alma from Brain Damage ranks pretty high for me. Brain Damage. Nice. Wow. Nice.
He was so cute.
Yes. Slasher Fred says the Deadites from the Evil Dead series. All right. Nice. Yes. Let's see. Q1 says at number 3, Pazuzu, The Exorcist. Number 2, Kane from Poltergeist. And number 1, Maniac Cop. Nice. Yeah. Very cool. Triv agrees. All right. Very, very cool. All right. So this is where it got rough, man, for me. Because excuse me. Number 5. I didn't know where to put this one because the series which this character comes from has been kind of all over the place, but I do love this character, and I do appreciate the fact that he's portrayed in different ways in a lot of these movies. Had to be on my list, so let me just tell you who it is. Number 5 is Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I had to have him on the list. The original, as many people who've watched our channel knows, the original is a favorite of mine. And throughout all the movies, it's been some interesting choices that they've made. A lot of them that have worked. But, as a character, Leatherface is definitely one that has to be on a list if I'm doing a top 10 of iconic horror movie villains. So that is my number 5, Leatherface. All right. Okay. And let's just see what we got going on in the chat. Slasher Fred says, Ghostface from the Scream series. Can't wait for part 5. Yeah, man. I'm crossing my fingers for it. I'm hoping it's going to be good. I'm crossing my fingers. Let's see. Trenchy says, yeah, it's hard. It's a hard list because you have some not well known ones like Mommy and Daddy from People Under the Stairs, Leslie Vernon from Behind the Mask, and Vincent Price's character from The Tingler. Yeah, good point. The Tingler, man. Vincent Price. Good choice, Trenchy. Drake says, nice pick, Knight. Yeah, yes. Thanks, man. Trenchy says, I don't really consider Carrie a villain, but I see where you're coming from. All right. I hear you. Q1 says, what kind of childhood could you have had to wear someone's face? Great one night watch. That's a good point. All right, so let's move on, and we're gonna go to number 4, if I can get it up here. All right, Kill, what do we got for your number 4?
All right, so like I said, from my number 1 to number 4, these characters are just purely killing machines, born, bred, or created. My number 4 is the Terminator. And
All
look,
right.
yep, exoskeleton Terminator is the best. Red eyes, indestructible skeleton. I am here to kill you. You can't reason with it. You can't bargain with it. You can't bribe it. It will kill you. Okay, Arnold killed how many cops in this scene? All right,
Right.
that's a horror movie in itself.
Right.
All right, just that scene. I mean, seriously, like you probably couldn't get away with that scene nowadays. That scene would have to be some censors on that or whatever. But in the 80s, hey, and it's Arnold, have at it.
Right.
The Terminator is iconic. And seriously, if you watch this movie like I did as a kid, that final sequence when you finally see what the Terminator really looks like, and he is stalking the beautiful, great Linda Hamilton, that is straight up horror movie. I mean, seriously. And it's the stuff of nightmares. So Terminator, I salute you for your work.
All right, man. All right, so Coriander, what do we have for your number 4?
So I have Leatherface.
Yeah,
you do.
Just like, with when us natives, we go out and hunt, we use absolutely every part of that animal, just like Leatherface uses every part, this whole family. I mean, they eat them. He makes masks. They make stuff with the bones. I mean, come on. That's the way to do it. You respect what you kill.
No. I hear you. I hear you. All right. And before I do my number 4, let me just catch up here. Slasher Fred said Kirk Duncan from When a Stranger Calls from 1979. Oh, nice one. Yeah. Strange Monkey was saying that police station scene was brutal. Yeah, man. Yep. Movie Massacre said Carrie's mom, she's on another level. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Let's see. Let me catch up to what you guys got going on. Mr. Dan says Dr. Phipps too, Trenchy. All right. Nice. Let's see. Kewen says, I'll be back. Why did you have to come back like that? Damn, Killian. Movie Massacre says, excellent choice on the Terminator. Yes.
Yeah.
True. Very true. Trenchy says, the Terminator is a killing machine. You can't escape him. You only got to try to kill him. And, well, good luck on that. Yes. Yes. Movie Massacre says, Victor Crowley for being a wrecking machine. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. No
He's
doubt.
people in half. Yeah.
Right? We got the Godfather of cinema in the chat. What's going on, man?
Nice.
Guys, check out the Godfather. Some really great commentary and reviews on movies. I love his channel. Thanks for coming in, man. He says, I agree with Killian. Terminator probably should be ranked higher than 4, though. All right. All right. Let's see. And we got my man, Waffles. Waffles is in the chat saying, hey, guys.
Hey.
And he says, heroic Waffles in the house. Dude, that's still like the best name ever. I'm telling you, man. Oh, Lord. Too funny. All right, guys. So let me get to my number 4. So again, this was really, really tough. And I know a lot of people might get a little upset here, but listen, I've always loved this character since I was a kid. So there's no doubt he's still one of my favorite characters. But I had to put him down a little bit further than what I originally thought, just because of how I viewed him over the course of the movies. My number 4 is Freddy Krueger. And look, man, we all know that Robert Englund is the man. He's a legend. And Freddy as a character is still a great character. If you've been watching our channel and you've seen us talk about the last few Elm Street movies, then you know that we had a little bit of issues with how they decided to portray him. That being said, I love Freddy Krueger as a character. He's a great character. And when Robert was on point with him, he was one of the best. So had to have him on my list, but I have him at number 4. So that's my number 4. And here's that poster again for you, Kill. That is
Yeah.
man. Shout out to New Nightmare, guys. Shout out to New Nightmare. And if you guys didn't get a chance to see it, our ranking for the Elm Street movies was really fun too. Really fun. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. I think you guys are just saying hello to each other, and that's really, really cool. Getting all comfy. Mr. Dan says the studio execs that made them use CGI for The Thing and the Wolfman. Yes. That was good. Awesome. That was good. You guys are coming up with some great comments. I love that. That is awesome. And I do agree with you, Dan, because man, they should not have done that. They really shouldn't. All right, we're going to the top 3 here. So this is where it all is. All right, Kill. So what do you have for your number 3?
Killing machines that are born that aren't human. My number 3 is the Xenomorph. And look, there's no lying here. Okay, one thing I can say about this is the Xenomorphs are weapons through and through. Acid for blood, a spear for a tail, claws. Then of course you got the other mouth that just will inject into your skull. I mean, how do you defeat that? Sigourney Weaver couldn't defeat him. She died. So I mean,
she died to defeat him. Kinda.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, and obviously the Geiger design for these, they're iconic. I mean, come on, guys. You know, look, the Xenomorph. Come on, is clearly easily my number 3. So.
All right, let's. Triv says that Coriander is a total badass with that choice. I hear you. Drake says Leslie Vernon. All right. And also says that at number 3, he has Pamela Voorhees. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right. So, Coriander, what do we have for your number 3?
So I have Freddy Krueger.
All right.
Yeah, and let me make it clear. I'm talking about Freddy from part 1, even part 2, even though that movie was annoying. Part 3, and this one, yes.
New Nightmare.
I'll take Freddy any day, yes. From any of those movies, and I will be happy. Yeah. But he is awesome, and he had to be on my list, so that is where he landed.
Yeah, he did. There you go again, Kill.
Yeah.
That is a cool poster, man. I can't lie. That's like the coolest Freddy poster in the whole franchise.
Yeah, I hands down, I think so. Yeah.
You know, the coloring of it and everything, man. Very, very cool.
Send me that image.
I will, man. Godfather says, again, agree with Killian, but again, Alien could have been number 1 along with Predator for a tie. Sasha Fred said the Gremlins from Gremlins. Oh, wow. I didn't even think of that. Nice. Well, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when I was a kid, that definitely was like, woo, kind of got to me a little bit. All right. So for number 3, this is a character. First of all, I love this character so much. And this character in every movie that he's been portrayed in is not only the smartest guy in the room, but he knows what he's got to do. He finds a way to do what he has to do. He's got the charisma. What more can I say? My number 3 is Hannibal Lecter, played by Anthony Hopkins and a few other people too, but I'm really talking about Anthony Hopkins' portrayal. And that's no shade to Mads Mikkelsen or Brian Cox. Brian Cox actually did a fine portrayal of Hannibal Lecter in Manhunter, but I'm talking about Anthony. So anyways, Hannibal Lecter, I've always loved him as a character. And just the movies, you know, watching the movies, there's always just so much that you can take in and absorb. I got to have him on here. He's one of my favorite villains ever, not just in horror, but ever. So that is my number 3, Hannibal Lecter. All right. So let's move on up. All right. So we're going to number 2, man. Jeez, I wonder who it could be. All right, let me go to the chat before I get to you, Kill. Slasher Fred says the Blob. All right.
Nice.
Now, can I just say something before we do this? First of all, you guys in the chat, take if you want, take a guess at who the number 2 and the number 1 spot is for us. All right, Kill. Let's do this, man. What do you have for your number 2 horror villain, iconic horror villain ever?
Okay. First off, there is no lying here. Okay. The first, I just need to say that my number 2 character is evil incarnate. I looked in his eyes and there was nothing there. It's Michael Myers. It's Michael Myers. Come on, you guys know. If you know this site, you know Night, you know Coriander, you know me. Come on, guys. Michael Myers is the epitome of just a killing machine. He will walk through your neighborhood. He will go in your kitchen, kill you, walk back out, run into some kids, just let them go by. Then he'll just go in another house, and if you cross his path, you're dead. You're dead. It doesn't matter. You will die. And this was easy. Sometimes when Night gives us these lists, and we're like, oh Jesus Christ, what am I gonna do? And I was like, oh, my number 1 and number 2, that's light work for me. That's easy. So yes, Michael Myers with the weird out backwards William Shatner mask. You are the Thing of Nightmare. You do good work, sir.
All right. Trenchy does have a prediction here. I'm not going to say anything, but interesting prediction there, Trenchy.
That is.
Jeez. I wonder if you've been following this channel for a long time. All right. Coriander, what do you have for number 2?
Oh, no. So put him back up there. I have Michael Myers. Like Killian says, there's no lying here. Come on.
Man. I wish I could have seen you say that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Taglines all over the place.
He like he said, man, he goes through your kitchen, kills you, goes out, and just continues on. Yeah, he's just a killing machine, and you gotta love Michael.
Yes. All right. Strange Monkey says Michael is the boss. That is all. Killian knows. All right.
Hey, so do I. Thank you.
Yes. Well, he might have written that before I got to
No, I know.
Then she says the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. All right, guys. So look. All right. So number 2, this actually may surprise some people. No, it's not. It's not going to surprise anybody. Michael Myers is number 2. Hey, come on. Nice. You knew in your heart of hearts, deep in your southern heart, you knew.
Look in your heart.
Yeah, you knew. Come on, man. It's Michael Myers, man. And all I'm going to say is this. Michael is the shit. Okay.
Yes,
Michael really is the shit. And when we get to the end of this list, I mean, you'll obviously know our number 1s, but Michael's a special one in this list because he's just cool as shit. He's just really cool as shit. I had to have him at number 2, and I knew he would be there. And I'm gonna be honest, man, especially with these recent movies, this new trilogy that's happening. Michael's pushing. I am not gonna lie, man. He is pushing. So good for you, Michael. Good for you. So that's my number 2, guys. All right. So
do we really got to do this?
We don't really need to set this up per se. But for those who don't follow the channel, because they may not know, go ahead, Kill. Let it out.
I mean, look, if you haven't followed this channel or seen Coriander's beautiful hat, You know that here on this channel, we all not only love this character, we all have the beautiful Shout Factory box collector set. Friday the 13th, our number one is Jason Voorhees.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, like, look, come on. Look, and I'll just say this: killing machine. He will kill you with a spear, a bow and arrow, a tree, fire, a rock, an axe, a machine. It doesn't matter. He will kill you with it. A circular saw there. I mean, look,
stuff that doesn't even exist.
He'll just crush your head in. I mean, come on.
Kane Hodder said he didn't think that was even a real tool when he first got it, when they were using it on the set.
Oh no.
And just and let me just say something before I leave you on this kill, because a couple of these guys, they knew. Strange Monkey said, yeah, it was before. Ha, this is great. All three picked. Yes. You knew it. And what was funny too, and I just wanted to pull this back up. I didn't want to. I want to read it out loud. But Trenchy had said, my number one predictions for Coriander and Killian have Jason. Knight has Michael. You were close.
You were close.
Yeah.
You were close. Yeah. Trenchy says, he's the man behind the mask, right?
Yeah, he is.
Alice Cooper. Movie Massacre says, my favorite Halloween film is Curse of Michael Myers. I shall see myself out. You're right.
Oh no.
Hey, look, and Kill, I even got this guy for you.
Sack boy. Yeah,
right,
buddy.
So Coriander, obviously we know what's going on. Just tell us why. Why is Jason Voorhees your number one?
Why? Let me see.
Let me count the ways.
Right? I mean, I've seen this cat since I was a kid, and I had to sneak doing it. So, yeah, I mean, he's just awesome. I mean, I love that it's even, a camp setting. I mean, who doesn't love camping? I mean, that's all I did when I was a kid, was swim in a lake and camp. So, yeah, it's just, I just love Jason. I just love, he's a killing machine. And like you always know, you have sex, you smoke drugs, and you drink, he's going to kill you. So,
right.
Beware.
All right. The Godfather says, I could go with Jason too. Does he ever die? The most creative killing machine ever. Yeah.
He doesn't.
Yes.
I mean, you even blow him up, and he still survives.
Right? He finds a way. Hey, just like Jeff Goldblum said, life finds a way. It should be more like Jason finds a way. Right?
Yeah, he does. Whether you in your favorite form, the worms, right? Or not.
Or a sack boy.
That's right.
But look, man, obviously my number one is also Jason. And it's funny because, like I said, the three of us did not do these lists together. But it was just so funny that we had number one and number two, Jason as one and Michael as number two. And look, same thing that these guys have said. Jason has always been there, and when I was a kid, it was really Jason that got me into my horror movie journey. I'll never forget that. The movies, and when we did our Friday the 13th retrospective, going through the whole series, including a ranking, which unfortunately is lost to the old channel, but we will get back to something. But we'll do it
again. Yes, I'm excited to talk about them again.
I'm telling you, even the movies, and Eric's not here tonight, but shout out to Eric, and also shout out to Jason Goes to Hell. But even Jason Goes to Hell, I put the movie on, and it's like, okay, I'm watching a Jason movie. You know what I mean? He wasn't in it that much, but the point of it is this franchise is just still near and dear to me as a horror franchise, and him as a horror character. So I had to have Jason at number one. Like I said to you guys, I knew right off the bat he was my number one, and I knew that Michael was my number two. And those were the only two that I knew right off the top of my head. So, that's just how it is, man. Real quick in the chat as we wind on down. We've got Cryptomaria is in the chat saying, I am a super villain.
Nice.
Good to see you. Slasher Fred says, Ben Willis from I Know What You Did Last Summer. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that in so long. Wow. All right. Slasher Fred says, today the Night Watch Zone, tomorrow the world. Nice. I like that. You guys have got doing some good tags here, good taglines. Movie Massacre says, Jason's always been my favorite. Before I ever watched the movies, I simply thought he looked awesome. The wheelchair kill shows how brutal and heartless he can be. Plus,
Yep.
Yeah,
always
that's one
listen
of my
to your
favorite
mom.
ones.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
Mhm.
yes.
Yep.
Drake says, sorry, Knight, but Michael Audrey Myers is still the best. Hey, look, like I said, man, this new trilogy, and just to let you guys know, I'm not giving anything away, but we will be talking about the Halloween franchise soon, very soon. And there's some ups and downs, but this trilogy that's happening right now, this could really start to move Michael further along because there's a lot of good Halloween movies, and Michael just as a character, his mythology, I really dig. So
Yeah.
anyone that would say Michael's number one, I wouldn't have a problem with.
Right.
Movie Massacre saying, just got to say, I'm loving the show. Oh, thanks so
thank
much.
you.
Nice. Yeah.
We really appreciate that, man. We really do. We're glad to hear that. We're trying our best to at least put some entertaining things out and have a discussion with the community. So we truly appreciate it. We
Yeah.
need that so much more than ever. Obviously, restarting the channel. So thank you very much, dude. We appreciate that. Trenchy says Jason is the man. Yeah, he is.
You
Yeah,
know
he
it.
is.
Yeah, he is.
Mhm.
And look who it is. It's Eric.
Hey.
Oh
Dang.
God.
Sorry I'm late. Where did the ginger dead
Yeah.
man end up on the list? What's up,
No.
brother? Oh my God. Too funny, Eric. Too funny. Triv says it should be better than number one, Eric. The ginger dead man. Oh my God. Too funny.
Right.
All right, guys. So, look, we had fun doing this list. We always love doing top tens and also seeing how what you guys react to them, and what do you think of them. So, thank you for hanging out with us. This was fun. Please, again, give the video a like. For you guys that do have your own channels, feel free to share this out on your social medias. It would really help support us a lot and help this video. And we really appreciate that. But also, please comment in the comment section. Let us know whatever you want to let us know. If you like the show, like Movie Massacre so kindly said, we appreciate that. Or let us know what your picks are. What did you think of our picks? You guys in this chat named a couple of dozen different characters. So there's many
Yeah.
iconic horror villains. So let us know about
Mhm.
those guys in the comment section. We appreciate it. Real quick as we head on out, John Steele, what's up, man? What's up? Eric is saying, I'll catch the replay. He says, hashtag Team Leprechaun.
Oh my God.
Oh, Eric, I tell you, man, you're killing me.
Whew.
You're all
Thank
right,
God
though.
we're ending. No.
Trenchy says, great list from everyone. Thanks a lot, Trenchy. We
Aw.
appreciate you. We really do.
Yeah.
You're always there for us, brother. QN saying, this was fun. Absolutely, man. We enjoy these so much. This is one of
Yeah.
the most fun things we do is these top tens with you guys.
Yeah.
Mr. Dan saying, good night, all. Thanks a lot, Dan. We really
Night.
appreciate it. For the rest of you guys in the chat, check out Mr. Dan's channel. Very cool. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to movies. And Trenchy is saying, of course, stay frosty. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We will catch you guys later. We appreciate you. And if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Touch it.